What's good, everybody? Welcome to Clash of the Podcast. Clash of the Podcast is where everything pro wrestling clashes with another podcast, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, and together we present Clash of the Podcast, interesting wrestling talks and discussions. We are here with episode 24, the Kobe edition, as I like to call it. We're going to be talking a little WWE Elimination Chamber. We're going to be talking New Japan, Battle in the Valley, lots to be happening. And we just found out there's a giveaway that we're going to be doing for Battle in the Valley. You're going to want to stay tuned to the very end of the show if you want to be interested in winning that. Make sure you guys keep it locked in with everything pro wrestling and Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Let's go. Everybody, welcome. Sean, how you feeling today, bro?
What up, brother? We outside, inside, outside. Happy to be here, man. Happy to be here. It's a blessing. How are you, bro?
I'm doing all right, man. I just realized that I forgot my water, so hopefully I don't get too parched. But we got this, though. We're gonna sacrifice for the viewers today.
Nice.
Everybody, get in that chat. Let us know what's going on. Coming off the heels of the Super Bowl, what'd you think of the game?
Thought it was an amazing game with a rough call at the end, but the right call that was holding on Bradbury of the Eagles. That was a good call. I'm disappointed that it came down to that. Such a well played game came down to a call such as that. But it was the right call.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. I thought the Chiefs were gonna win. I just had that feeling from the get-go. And when you're a good team, no matter how much you're down, until that clock hits zero, it's still a game. Always a game, so never let up.
Yes,
Let's go to the live chat and just say what's up to the people in here early. We got Joel in the house. Joel, what's going on, brother? He said, "Let's go. My boys are back. Must mean it's Monday."
sir.
We could get sued. We could get sued for that. I don't know if they're still using that copyright. Sean let everybody know in the chat too that there was a big giveaway. Always pay attention to the chat if we don't start on time. We were actually getting preparations done for that giveaway. So thank you guys very much for that. Somebody just wrote Keaton. What's good? Derek in the house saying yo DJ White Owl. What's up, D?
What up? What up?
Good. And you know who's in the house?
M. Leezy Peasy. What up, brother?
What is good? Danny Elfman Batman theme. Y'all are tripping. XGW in the house. What's good? Appreciate you guys being in here. B-Boy Skyline in the house and says, what up? What's good, Beej? BJM says, yo, showing some love. I'll be adding comments to the show on the replay. Hoping to be back watching live with y'all next week. Appreciate you, BJ. BJ, I want to send you some special love, man. I know we had some DM conversations about some things that you are trying to do. I hope those things happen for you, my brother. Just want to send some positive encouragement. Lady Kenzie, hello. How are you? Appreciate you. Halftime show was mid. Don't you dare disrespect Rihanna. Don't you dare. I saw a lot of that.
Chill. That was a good performance, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rihanna was looking good.
A lot of people were talking about, you know what I'm saying, like how she didn't have any features. She did a good job on her own.
Yeah. Respectfully. She was looking good.
What do you know?
The two best guys in combat sports and wrestling. I love it. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
I knew McKinney was showing up. Yo, I'm here to talk wrestling and say, ole, 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 ole. What's good, man? Appreciate you. And Conrad insulting me last week saying I don't wash my bald head. Unreal. I haven't slept well since. You know, I was thinking of you when I shaved it down and I was putting that shampoo and I'm like, is this pointless? Is this really pointless? I was going to work. Chad joins us as well. Conrad, Sean, congrats to the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. It was great to see Rihanna back on the big screen. Conrad, wear your Chiefs jersey.
Chad, welcome.
We don't do that here. B-Boy says, rest in power to Plug. Plug 2 of De La Soul. Yes, I saw that. R.I.P. Uh, Rob, I see you in the chat, bro, going off. I'll have to put up a comment when it's a little more flattering, but I'm glad you're in here, bro. I'm glad you're in here, holding it down, modding the chat for me. Let's go. First thing I want to bring up within all of this, there's a lot of news that we could cover. I'm kind of avoiding some of the Vince McMahon pity pat mess that we could get into. But first thing I want to talk about is we want to send our well wishes to Jerry the King Lawler. I know that the man has a different past, lots of things you could say about the king, but I just wanted to send him his well wishes. He is one of the luckiest people ever. Any situation he's been in so far with like strokes, he's always been there with a doctor, a nurse. Perfect every time for him. And I'm glad that he's recovering, and I hope to see him back doing what he loves again, man. So shout out to Jerry the King Lawler.
One of the legends, goes without saying, you know what I'm saying, old AWA, Memphis Wrestling, and obviously WWE from behind a microphone. Get well soon.
USWA too, right?
Say it again?
USWA too, right?
USWA as well, yes. The Unified Champion, Super Class 3 back in the late 80s, early 90s. Just amazing competitive, man, and one of the most colorful wrestling personalities of all time. Get well soon.
Yeah. I see y'all in the chat making jokes. A lot of people saying get well, Jerry. Yes. This is where at this point in the show, I'm handing the reins over to Sean. Now I'm gonna need Sean to get live right now. Yeah. Sean, we got to talk this Elimination Chamber, bro. I mean, what are your thoughts going into this? We don't have a big card. This seems to be the Triple H way.
Yeah, it's looking real mid. I know I'm not really excited about it. I'm not excited about what I'm seeing on WWE Weekly Television either, leading up to it. I think WWE has dropped the ball again, man. They brought us to the table thinking we were going to eat at the Royal Rumble, and it turns out that's not the case. I'm hearing rumors. I'm sure you've heard the same about what's going to end up playing out with Jey Uso. Not really happy about that, as well as the fact that, like you said, the card is looking very, very average. Madcap Moss getting #1 contendership for the Intercontinental Championship. Great job, WWE, capitalizing on Gunther's amazing performance at Royal Rumble. Great job, WWE, capitalizing on Gunther having the opportunity to be a star and make that title mean something. Great job, WWE, for not only having an ugly-looking title, but making the lineage of the title ugly as well. Great job all around, World Wrestling Entertainment. You're doing a bang-up job, Triple H. Great job. Best work since Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Man, he holds no punches, folks. I got to get a nickname for Sean. I'm gonna find one of these days. It's got to be something that just sticks, though. Like you just throw it out there and it sticks, because he is not holding back on how he's been feeling about the E lately.
I'm tired of it, man. I mean, we all make fun of Vince McMahon and rightfully so, for his creative direction and how terrible he's been. But Triple H has been barely better. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not too excited about WrestleMania either. I mean, it's kind of hard to mess up WrestleMania because of how much importance it has on the industry. But Elimination Chamber is supposed to be an amazing show coming off of a very impressive Royal Rumble. I said it was a B- show, but the main event was A+. So at the end of the day, you have an opportunity. And you're blowing it. Madcap Moss challenging Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. I mean, you have challengers going for titles that don't have any chance of winning. It's a slap in the face. We're talking about a belt that was worn by the Macho Man Randy Savage, Shawn Michaels, Bret the Hitman Hart, and you have a guy, Madcap Moss, who's going to challenge for that title. Gunther is a legitimate Intercontinental Champion, but his reign will not be legitimate if you continue putting him up against people who can never beat him. Or if they did beat him, it would be a slap in the face. I'm disgusted, man. I'm disgusted with the Elimination Chamber and how it's looking so far. I'm disgusted with SmackDown. I'm disgusted with Raw. NXT looks like it's trying to turn the corner, but I have my doubts about that too. Like I said, Triple H, man, figure out what you're doing. Figure out where you... At the end of the day, man, Triple H is doing nothing better than what his father-in-law did. I guess ineptitude runs in the family.
Woo. Let me get to some comments here. Before we get into this. I'm trying to show some love to some particular ones here. Let's go to ML first. He says, man, can't wait for Sean's feelings about Mercedes main event. And we'll get into that. And like I said, the New Japan, here, I'll pull it up right here. I just put it in. We're doing a giveaway. So make sure you guys stick around to the end of the show if you're interested in watching Battle in the Valley on Fight. All right. So we're going to do a giveaway for that. Make sure you stick around till the end. Listen, Joel's telling you. He said he's watching both. So you guys should probably want to do the same. Indie Wrestling Corner is in the chat. I have to say hello to my good friend Tiff. She covers a lot of independent wrestling, great interviews on her channel. Please, please, please make sure you check her out and show her some love and support when she's putting those up. Much love to her. So if you see some of these people on these bigger shows that we're talking about, sometimes she has interviews with them already. So make sure you guys go back and check it out. I love the E. He said, you're killing my excitement, Sean. Savage Sean, my guy Hubs. People have been feeling Sean in the comments too. I've been peeping them after the show.
Derek, the ML, Derek, appreciate you. Joel, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it a stack, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know any other way to do it.
Let's see. Matt says, besides the in your house, it feels like, or excuse me, besides the main event, it feels like an in your house pay-per-view.
Yep. Ooh. You got Psycho Sid versus Diesel for the championship, but then you also have Jean-Pierre Lafitte versus Henry Godwin. So what do you got to say about that?
PCO was underrated. I'm not gonna let no one talk bad about my man Jean-Pierre Lafitte.
Yeah, it took him 20 years to turn the corner. I respect him too, but back then it was terrible.
I don't think he was ever gonna be at that higher level, but I think he was. I always thought he was really good though. Wow, the Quebecers I liked.
Right, how ironic that a guy who ended up being world champion somewhere else, WWE didn't see the value in him. Wow, we've never heard that before.
Jeez, Rob, jeez. Let's see here. Craig joins us as well. This man has the Reaper look at his eye and didn't flinch. All hail the king. Let's see here. Moolah Gang TV said, I feel like Cody and Sammy need a confrontation. And you know what, Sean? I think this might be the perfect time. Joel brings up, I see Sean's dropping that merch at the end of the month. Can't wait to buy myself a t-shirt or a hoodie. You want to plug real quick?
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Real excited about the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly clothing line I'm about to drop. The merch it's been a long time coming. My boy Conrad was very influential and helpful in me putting this thing together. I wanted to bring together, I'm gonna keep it real brief. I wanted to bring together pro wrestling, combat sports as a whole, and my faith and everything I believe as far as like affirmations and making people feel good about themselves. So with that being said, on February 27th, I'm opening up a very, very exclusive link to a website where I'll be selling my merchandise, everything from cups and hats to these shirts. You can see a little NWO vibe, you know what I'm saying? That's why I call it Good Vibes t-shirt, because it takes you back a little nostalgia. My affirmation t-shirt, these all come in many different colors, and we have 8 designs so far, including a Clash of the Podcast shirt that myself and Conrad are putting together. So please, on February 27th, which will be a show night as well, we'll be here live on the EPW channel doing Clash of the Podcast on that night, and I'll be launching the website on that night at that time. Show love, man. Buy a shirt and show love, man. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Look at that. Tiff feeling it. WWE's wasting Noam Dar. Is he still there? I didn't even know that, E. What's good? Love the NWO vibes.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you.
He said, I'm buying that. Bro, you can't beat a classic like NWO shirt. It's money. You could probably, can you change is it like customizable? You can change the colors, right?
You change the colors, yes.
You could make a Wolfpack if you wanted to. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Create your own faction with that shirt.
Absolutely.
I got to get a Clash of the Podcast shirt. Listen, you send me that you got one of these shirts, I'll retweet it. I'll put it out there.
Yes.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for anybody who, for the first person I see that buys a shirt and puts out a tweet or a Instagram post or both rocking the shirt, you'll be eligible for a giveaway as well.
Right. I'm more excited for that merch than that contest tonight. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, listen, you can be excited for both. Be excited for both. To me, the overloaded rosters with the heels and baby faces are lackluster, so the balance is off. Gunther versus Moss will be a good match. Let's see what he does. I don't know. I'm with Sean though. I kind of agree with like when Madcap went, I was just like, really? And I was like, turn to Rampage. That's how I ended it. Like I instantly wanted to turn. I didn't want to stick around. I didn't need to see a face off or nothing. I love the black and white. Come on, my bad, OG. I didn't know. Shout out to my nephew Knowledge watching in the chat. Appreciate you, Knowledge. Thank you so much. Rob put LWO. I like it. La Raza. Gunther will be heavyweight champ in 2023. He might get that run. Sean, take over, man. Clash of the podcast is ready to present to you our Elimination Chamber preview and predictions.
Yes.
I'll put the first match up, man. Let's get into this.
I mean, we have something that I think is one of the only matches on the card that's actually worthwhile. I actually thought this would be a WrestleMania match. We're getting it a little bit early. You have Rhea Ripley, the Women's Royal Rumble winner, going up again. Well, that's probably the reason why it's not going to happen at WrestleMania, because she has a title match to prepare for. But we have Rhea Ripley, the Women's Royal Rumble winner, teaming up with the first ever Universal Champion, Finn Balor, going against Hall of Famers Beth Phoenix and Edge. I think this rivalry has ran its course. I think we need to have a proper blow-off, send-off, however you want to word it, as it pertains to this rivalry at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I would have loved to have seen a stip for this particular match, but it looks like it's going to be a straight-up tag match. Probably a couple of twists and turns along the way. But you got elements in this match that are going to be there that can lead to a really good show, a really good showing. And I think Edge is going to, and Edge and Beth Phoenix are going to win. I know a lot of people are thinking that Judgment Day will get the win in order to further enhance themselves. I have a lot of concern, though, about Judgment Day, because I feel like Judgment Day is losing steam and becoming very stale. And with that, it's a situation where almost I feel like it's kind of run its course already and possibly going to lead to Edge and Beth Phoenix getting the W.
Ooh, so you got Edge and Beth?
I do.
I'm going to go against you on the first one.
Okay.
I think that they are building Rhea Ripley up. Rhea Ripley cannot afford a loss at no cost in this at all. Right. There's no way Rhea Ripley can lose this. If it were me, I think that Rhea Ripley's going to pin Beth in this. Beth has no horse in this fight. She's got nothing. She's not going to WrestleMania. She's not challenging for a championship, as far as we know at this point. So why does she need to win? She doesn't. I think this could also lead to Finn and Edge having that big Hell in the Cell match that's been rumored that they want to give these guys.
Right.
They could blow that off, I think, at the showcase of the Immortals. Why not let them do that at WrestleMania? You probably need some big undercard matches to put in there. I could see that happening. I'm gonna go opposite. I think the Judgment Day have been one of the better parts of Raw lately. Okay. So I'm gonna go with them.
Well, I guess that's where we disagree. I don't mind you picking the Judgment Day. That's cool. But you thinking the Judgment Day has been one of the better parts of Raw?
That don't mean it's good. I'm just saying, if you ask me like that.
It's not saying much. Okay, I got you now. I understand. It's kind of like getting rained on in a snowstorm. It's like you'll take the lesser of two evils.
Correct. I think that with Raw in particular, you have the opportunity to do some things, but they're really not. But Dominic, like, trying to branch out and do something different. He's been entertaining. Finn, he's the leader, so I get it. He's going to kind of take everybody on the story. Rhea's been the dominant women's wrestler. And then Damian Priest is kind of there, but we'll get more into him once we get to the matchup he'll be involved in on the pay-per-view.
Yes.
Let's see what the chat is saying. The Judgment Day wins and sets up Edge versus Finn for McKinney. ML says that this mixed tag is intriguing, but there needs to be a final blowout. I think we'll get Balor Edge Mania in the cell. Rhea pins Beth 100. Yeah. If we do get Balor and Edge in the cell at Mania, I hope we see that Brood Edge versus Demon Balor.
That would be dope.
That could be interesting. Yeah.
But of course, if it would be dope, that means WWE's not going to do it.
I hope.
This is what I want to say to our viewers, Conrad. And I don't think I've ever said this to you in these words, but I'm going to say it right now. What I want, I don't like disappointing people. Like, I don't. And I don't like seeing people disappointed. Okay, so in order to not be disappointed, what I would do if I were every one of you in this chat is I would think of the best possible scenarios for WWE as it's currently constituted with its current roster. Okay? I'd like you to think of every one of the best possibilities that could happen that would make it entertaining and watchable. And tell yourself right now that it's not going to happen. If you do that, you'll live a lot longer, you'll get a lot less gray hair, and you'll come to the realization that WWE is trash right now. Triggity, diggity, biggity, trash.
So let me ask you this. When was the last time you felt E was good to you? Like where you were like, okay, I'm on board right now with this.
Outside of Sami Zayn turning on Roman Reigns and outside of the bloodline.
I'm talking as a whole company, where you were like, they're clicking.
The last time WWE was clicking on all cylinders?
Yeah, I wish the audio people could see the face he just made. Come over to the YouTube channel. 20-minute mark.
The last time WWE was clicking on all cylinders, Rock Cena?
You're going 2012-ish?
Yeah, Rock Cena 2013 if you want to be a little okay, you know what? I'll take it back. I'll go as far that's as far as I'll go though. I'll say 2014 Daniel Bryan storyline with the Authority. That's as far as I'll go. Anything beyond that, I don't know. It's nothing. What about you? Let's reverse that question. First of all, positively, I'm not a mark at all. No. I just don't think WWE is a good product. But what were you saying, Conrad? What do you think?
Each person has. With me. I always say everybody's a market. Even if you're in the business, you're a mark. So don't. That's my rule. But I see as a whole, it's tough to say because SmackDown Live. I did like SmackDown Live when it first started. I did go to some of the Manias. This is tough, man. If you ask me when I really enjoyed it last, it was probably the run with Punk, Danielson, like to 30, even around that time period, maybe even 31. And then I was kind of like, here we go.
I want to call out Derek for saying Attitude Era. Now, most people would probably say, wow, you're going way too far back. But you know what? As far as big shout out to Derek, by the way, great guy. Look forward to getting with you soon, brother. Both of you guys. But you know something, Conrad? The last time WWE, let's put it this way, you can think about what we just talked about. You talked about Daniel Bryan. You talked about SmackDown Live in its first incarnation, right? But the last time WWE was something you wanted to watch, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock every single week, where it was totally entertaining from The Godfather and Val Venus all the way to Stone Cold and The Rock, and all points in between, it probably was the Attitude Era. That I know that may be a tough thing for the ruthless aggression people to swallow, but bruh, look at the crowd reactions, man. People's music hit and people look like they're asleep in their chairs.
Oh, you're talking about today?
Today and probably and not and a little further back. The last time when the Attitude Era was out, bro, any music that hit, people were out of there. People were going crazy. People don't even bring signs to the shows anymore, bro. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's depressing. People think that I'm giving WWE a hard time. You know what? For anybody who works for WWE who's watching this show, I want you guys to be better. I want you guys to live up to your potential of being the number one, not potential, because potential means it hasn't been accomplished yet, to the fact and reality that you guys are the number one professional wrestling company in the world. In the world. And you guys, it's like amateur hour. Madcap Moss challenging for the Intercontinental Championship. This is insane.
Oh man, listen, I just sent you a private message too.
Copy.
So I don't know with this, man. This is what you said. The roster is one of the biggest things I think that hurts WWE in modern day form. You guys cannot tell me that you are excited about the lower card, the mid, you know what I mean? Like there's no excitement with some of these people that are on this roster. And I'm starting to wonder if people are starting to see some of that. We saw JBL just leave Baron Corbin. And I know this is wrong to pick this up right now. I like Baron Corbin. I actually do. I think he's really good. And I think he's better than people give him credit for. That's me. I don't know if you feel the same way, but JBL burying him the way he did last week, I hope this is going somewhere. If that's not developing by Mania, Baron Corbin better be afraid.
And I want you to continue. That was a berry job, by the way, bro.
Yeah, they better be very afraid of what's going to end up happening. But you can't do start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. It doesn't work that way. You guys let Jinder Mahal embarrass this man. That was when all credibility went right out the door. And then you switched him from the character people like the most probably that he's done so far, Bum Corbin, and he was walking around looking disheveled. But how long do you think he wants to do that for?
Right.
Yeah. I see some people saying AEW is better, huh? Listen, the AEW crowd sounds more alive than the WWE crowd. And you know WWE's got more mics on the crowd. They could do something. Yeah, they've been piping in noise.
Hard to watch, man. I mean, I don't know. It's rough, man. It's rough.
Ruthless Aggression era was pretty good. Stone Cold Pops in 98 were nuts. You will never get pops like that. Like, I don't know how it was like that in those days. I can remember the arena shaking and you couldn't hear. Sami Zayn got a little bit of it at the Royal Rumble, but Stone Cold had a couple of those where his music hit and I couldn't hear anything. I was just like, and when the hard camera shaking, pay close attention. Go watch when he came out to help The Rock win the Iron Man match at, was it Backlash or Judgment Day? One of those pay-per-views in like 2000. Austin comes out with the chair. This is like in the beginning of No Mercy. He flattens Pat Patterson, Gerald Briscoe. You can't hear nothing. Linda comes out. Linda pushes Stephanie down. Stunners people are eating stunners. Vince gets clonked with there were no stunners. Austin had the neck surgery. He hits Vince with the chair.
It was still awesome.
Dude, they went in. Also, one of the Monday Night Raws. This is how I know, Sean. I can tell you a Monday Night Raw that I missed. And I will never forget the night that I missed it. I missed when Mick Foley won the title because I came to school the next day and Derek told me Billy Gunn had a new theme song. I'm a man. He was like some country type of theme or something he came out to. And I was like, Billy Gunn? And I was like, that's weird. And I missed that Raw and I'll never forget. And I went back and watched it. The pop that he got when Austin was throwing the hat at McMahon, crazy.
Let me give a quick comparison to everybody out there. That Brock Lesnar pop, and we got a good. No, I'm being serious. That Brock Lesnar pop we got on last Monday when he came out, and the fans, and they had a good picture of the fans when he came out. The fans got to their feet, right? In 1999, that's a Road Dogg Jesse James pop. That's a Billy Gunn pop. That's an X-Pac pop in 1999.
One time for the viewers, real quick.
2000.
One time for the viewers, real quick.
But that's and I might even take it a step further. People gonna think I'm joking around. People even got up on their feet for like Steve Blackman, for Ken Shamrock. That was what
that was my original point to all of this. I want you guys to know Val Venus is one of the best. Like, some people be like, yeah, no one in the Attitude Era could wrestle. Val Venus, D'Lo Brown, those dudes were in there. They could go if they wanted to. You could tell if they were like, you have 7 minutes, they were like, oh, I got something for you. Yeah. D'Lo and X-Pac put on bangers for the European Championship. Bangers. Some of my friends' favorite wrestlers are X-Pac, D'Lo, the Nation of Domination, even the Acolytes, bro. I liked watching them as bruisers. Do you know who two of my favorite wrestlers in the Attitude Era were? I know there's like Austin, Rock, and all them. I loved Matt Hardy, and I loved Test. Test was one of my favorites. Like, I thought Test was going to be, I thought he was going to be that dude when he came out. The elbow drop was beautiful. I was like, this elbow's just as good as Sean's. I don't know if it's Macho Man level, but it's good. He drives it in, and he's a big dude. I was like, this could work. It could be money.
And talk about compelling storylines. Test involved with Stephanie and the whole crossover, the trip. It was amazing.
And yes, I agree with Rob. I mentioned this when I was watching SmackDown. WWE's music today is awful. Moolah Gang says AEW storylines are trash too. I 1,000% will disagree with part of that. I'm not gonna let nobody put no Eric Bischoff on this. You ain't gonna tell me AEW don't got stories, bro. Stop it. Them pay-per-views have 15 matches and 10 of them have a storyline from like months ago. Cody's promo was fire last week. I thought it was a good promo.
It was good. It was good. Fire is to me, Stone Cold Rock WrestleMania 17, like when Rock came out and said,
Come on, bro, you putting the bar up here, bro. That's like top tier video package.
That's a fire promo, bro. Like that's a fire promo. To me, Cody and Paul Heyman was a good promo.
I gotta say this for BJ. Take Deborah out the equation.
Bam, non-factor.
I gotta beat you, Rock.
I need.
Oh, here's Derek. Derek yelling to Stephanie McMahon. Where is she?
Never imagine.
Remember that the Ministry? That was a classic too. The Ministry angle. I remember that.
I like that.
Christian got beat down. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Cody Heyman promo from last Monday. 1 through 10. I gave it an 11. I'll say that promo was you know what? I'll go 8.5.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go that high. It was a 7.5. It was good. It was okay.
You know what I liked about it? I thought Paul Heyman because you know what's the crazy part? Paul Heyman didn't lie in that storyline or in that tale. Dusty said that Roman was going to be the guy when he heard his promo.
Yeah.
And Roman said everyone in the class looked at him like, what did he just say in that promo? And then Dusty was like, you hear that, baby? That man's money right there. He's going to be the world champion one day. Everything Dusty said came true for him. And he probably did say, I wish that this kid was my son. He's really good, you know?
Quick thing regarding what Joel said about it being an 11. It's an 11. I want to give you some credit. It's an 11 if you count the current landscape of WWE and its level of promo. You feel me?
Another person.
You know what I'm saying? But if you count that promo against some of the best, it's a set. Also never got to show how. That's true. I mean, the head gimmick was fun, but it never showed how good he was in the ring.
He was very committed to that gimmick. Like he said, he brought the head to like dinners with him. Like he would put the head on the other side, and people were like, "Is this dude really crazy or what?" Because he wanted people to believe that he was in on it. Paul Heyman was fire for real. Derek, I see you. I saw that comment. That's an insider one. Sean, you and I got some business to deal with after the show with that 7.5.
It was. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I'm not, and that's no hate, man. It's just I'm jaded, bro. Like I don't like the current landscape. I think the promos are stale. I think when you get a banger promo in 2023, it's like gonna blow people's brains out because at the end of the day, it's just been that rare to see something good on WWE television. Like I thought the Roman Reigns promo was pretty good, but that
it's weird. Me and Joel were talking about this a little bit, and it seems like you can fluctuate.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people are gravitating away from AEW, and I see people gravitating back towards WWE, but I see it also like WWE fans are now starting to come over to the AEW side of things too. It's very different, man. It feels like 95 right now. We're in like, we're just getting our feet wet, just seeing what happens. Now, you want to see some hate? This is a hater comment. Derek, I gave it a 4 for Cody. That's just pure hatred.
I wouldn't have given it a 4. That's
right. Liaki OG Roman would have terrorized NXT Black and Gold. He would have been. I love that Doug is in the chat doing Al Snow's theme song right now.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, see, he said, I feel AEW has lost its spark a bit. WWE has more of my interest. See, I'm with Sean. I think WWE is kind of losing me more and more. I'm like, you only got the main event. Outside of that, I don't really care. Call me when that's on.
Big shout out to DHV 1992. I got to talk about this. Basically, it was a really cool, to show you how cool the Attitude Era was, they didn't even try. It wasn't even an in-ring promo, but it was so funny. They're backstage, Al Snow and Mankind talking about the mannequin head. And Al Snow's like, I lost it. I need it back. And he's talking about the mannequin head, and Mankind had it. And Mankind is giving him the mannequin head. And every time Al Snow's about to say, you're going to give me, Mick Foley's like, stop, I'm giving you the mannequin skull. You're going to give me, stop, I'm giving you the man. And then he finally says, yes, Al, I'm giving you head. And the whole crowd goes absolute. It's just the subtleness and the funniness that came along with, I mean, this is your life. Mankind and The Rock and we'll never see anything like that again. Never.
Right? Derek is still the undisputed hating world champion. Facts. Stan Williams says New Japan's been crushing it. Stan, if you haven't ordered Battle in the Valley yet, which I suggest you should, we're going to be doing a giveaway. So stick around till the end. Tell your friends. Get some people in here, and we'll be talking about it. The Cody promo was a 10 because it was real and grabbed your attention. I loved it. Like, you guys think, when I say me and Sean have seen a lot of pro wrestling, I want you to put this in perspective for a second. I've seen a lot. So when I don't give something, if I give it an A-, you better know it was good. It was darn good. I don't just give stuff the pass.
We might as well put ourselves out there. Conrad, beat me up after the show if I'm doing too much. We're in our mid-30s, bro. Like, we're in our just to throw out, we're both in our mid-30s. We've been blessed to have seen Attitude Era when it happened, Ruthless Aggression when it happened, a little bit of the Federation Era when it was happening, and now this. Believe me.
Golden Era, New Generation, we saw it all.
It all, man. And we were very young when that stuff came out, but we're in our mid-30s, so it's like we've had an opportunity to see everything, bro. So, like, we're really talking about stuff that we've seen. It's not tapes. It's not old. It's not watching the network. We felt this stuff, bro, in its realness, in its live realness. So when we say WWE is trash, well, I don't want to put words in Conrad's mouth. When I say WWE is trash in 2023, it's trash.
Mine has moved into first place in my friendship. Sean is number 2 now, but he says I totally agree with you. And the rules have changed. Sammy and Cody need a confrontation to tease that match. That is the last thing you want to do. Do you know why, Moolah Gang? Because then you will be forcing the fans to pick, and when they pick, it ain't going to be good, and that could halt either one's momentum, and I don't think you want to do that. You have 2 hot people, and instead you could only have 1 hot person.
And you already know who I think they would pick.
Getting back into this, let's get into this chamber card.
I'm not going to roll with it. All right.
Let me get my cop out in. That's my cop out. Conrad's cop out. Making a shirt.
I see. So Elimination Chamber, the United States. First of all, the fact that the United States Championship is being contested in an Elimination Chamber match is a joke to me. I think it's terrible that they're continuing to make the United States Championship the #1 title on Raw. If they're going to make the Undisputed Championship a true Undisputed combined championship, then they need to take it. They need to combine the titles, because the 2 belts thing gives like this small glimmer of hope. I don't know how you feel, Conrad. I don't know how anybody in the chat feels. It gives a small glimmer of hope that they're going to separate the titles, and I don't want to be teased that that's not going to be the case. But anyway, you have a 6-way elimination. All Elimination Chamber is a 6-way. We have an Elimination Chamber match for the United States. I think Austin Theory retains.
Really? I see. This is the toughest one to call to me. I'm trying to keep it up so I can remember who's all in this match.
But I want to add, my brother. I hope Montez Ford wins, but I hope Montez wins. That's who I'm going with my heart. But I think
what? I'm gonna pull it back up. I kind of want to break down each person in this because I think we could do something with this here. Like, let's look. So Theory retains. Is Cena still challenging him in your mind then at WrestleMania?
I think so. I think John Cena really, and this is me digging a little bit, probably too deeper than I should dig. I think John Cena has an amazing affection for the United States Championship. And I think he would love to be in a United States Championship match against the new heir apparent. That's what I think.
Interesting. You have Seth Rollins, and I'm going to say this. I feel like Seth Rollins is being wasted here. And hold on. I know some people who listen to me on both nights are about to get at me. I'm going to say this, and Sean will back me up. I've said this since the beginning. Seth Rollins feels very mid. This character is mid. And I'm not talking about the work in the ring. That's great. He should be in the main event based on that alone.
Right.
This character, I don't understand. What are you the drip of? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why was this ever a thing? Someone tell me. You were he went from being the what was the previous gimmick? He thought he was the man with the fur coats, and
I think he went.
He had a group.
He was a character from personal reasons I didn't like. He called himself the Messiah, which I wasn't a big fan of. And then I think he went to the Drip God, and now he's
Just let him be Seth Rollins. He's fine. Let him wrestle. I feel like they're trying to pull something out of him. And like I said, he knows he's in the Macho Man role. You are there. You're going to put people over. Yeah, we'll give you the belt every once in a while. Just not at WrestleMania or the big shows, you know. That's not for you, baby. That's for Luger. That's for the Stinger. That's not for you, Seth. That's exactly what they're telling him, and he knows it. So Seth goes out there and tries to steal the show every time. So I personally don't think he needs the championship here. He's probably going to go up against Logan Paul. That's the best you got for him, which is sad. And speaking of what Sean,
oh my God, sad indeed, bro. Sad indeed. Seth Rollins, in my opinion, top 3 or 4 in the company, going up against Logan Paul. Disgusting.
Can Damian Priest come out of this on the other side of things? He's the weird one though in Judgment Day who doesn't have a destination anywhere. Where's he going? Unless
Bad Bunny's coming back, he's not going anywhere.
I thought he did good as the U.S. champ though when he first came in. I thought he was okay.
Oh man, he's the definition of mid. He should have mid on his tights.
I don't know. I don't know what they can do to jazz. You know what I'm saying? I want to jazz him up though. Like I want something to happen, but there's.
Yo, he has no risk, bro. Yo, he has no risk whatsoever.
So you mentioned Montez. If Montez gets this title, does this have to be the end of the Street Profits, or do you think they should still keep them together?
No, I think you could do like a Hardy Boys thing where Matt was the European champion or Jeff was the Intercontinental champion. They don't have to break up. I think they will. But you asked me a question specifically, and you asked me, does that mean they need to break up? The answer would be no. But unfortunately, I think they will.
Right. I'm going. Hold on, chat. I'm coming back to you guys in 1 second here because we're done. We're almost done going through these. Johnny Gargano. Listen, I'm the biggest Johnny Gargano fan. Rob will tell you in the chat. I've been disappointed in his run. I've been disappointed since he turned heel in NXT. I'm not gonna lie.
He's great, but his Raw incarnation has been bad.
He's not funny. Number one, he's not funny. I don't find anything hilarious about him. I want him to wrestle good matches. I want him to be how he was in NXT in 2018. What happened? I don't know. And you know what? If that means the best he's going to do is be in a tag team with Tommaso Ciampa, so be it. Put DIY back together. That is what I'm advocating for with them. And Bronson Reed is too daggone early in his run for him to be losing. I said it. Like, that's just a fact. He should not lose right now. If you want me to believe he's a monster, he should come in here and crush. If not, you got to give him some type of, as we call it, the Diesel treatment in this. He needs to be mowing people down in this and not messing around.
So what's your call?
I say we take the belt off of Theory. He's got the big match with Cena. If this is your plan anyway, I say you go with Bronson or Montez. Well, and if I'm picking, I'll go Bronson.
I'm going Theory. But I would love. I would be the happiest person in the world to be wrong if Montez walks out with the belt.
Very interesting here. Hold on, I'm going back to
my advice though. I'm not going to expect it because I'll be disappointed.
Let me see here. So hold on. Moolah Gang responded first into this way. He said that was the case. We should never have had Hogan Warrior. WTF? Laugh out loud. I can't give the fans the book, bro. But there's a difference. You're forcing that situation.
What is he referencing?
Going back to what I said with Cody and Sammy.
Oh.
When you put those two together, they need to create stars. When you have 10, you could do that all you want. Remember that. Let's go back to the Attitude Era again. This is going to be the reference point for tonight. Since we're talking about greatness with Kobe, let's talk about it with this. You had Kane. You had The Undertaker. You had Stone Cold, Rock. Sean, you could have did babyface versus babyface once a night. It didn't matter back then because you had people who were over. You can't do that in 2023. Who's over? If Cody, let's just say Cody got hurt and he's out tomorrow and Sammy was hurt, what are you going to do? I'm not wishing injury on anybody, but who do they have? Kevin Owens is getting pushed to the moon. I'm telling you, that's exactly what's going to happen.
They are so thin, bro. They are so thin when it comes to main event guys. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. In the Attitude Era, if Stone Cold went down, insert The Rock. If Rock went down, insert Triple H. If Triple H went down, insert Undertaker. If Undertaker went down, insert HBK. If HBK went down, insert Kurt Angle. The list goes on and on. Yo, Cody goes down. It's a risk, bro. It's a wrap.
You might as well tell Roman's holding until he gets back.
Yeah.
Right. So Matt Lopez says the chamber should be a showcase for Montez. McKinney says Bronson Reed, he gets a monster push. Rated Tokyo. Look at this. I think Johnny Gargano wins. Interesting. I hope Montez wins. He's the next HBK. Montez is so good in his sleep, bro. He doesn't even know. Theory retains, but Montez should go the distance until the end. Okay. I love Seth coming out of the Shield theme last year at the Rumble. That was good. I like that. People are funny doing the Seth theme. Do you see Montez being the next HBK? We're asked.
I think he's referencing specifically. I don't want to get into your head, Joel, but I think you're referencing the Montez turning his back on his partner and then ascending to greatness. I think Montez has breakout star capability. I don't think him theoretically throwing his partner through a barbershop window is necessary. That's just my opinion.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. I didn't take it that way when he said about him. I think he meant like just performance-wise, but maybe I'm wrong and you're right. I don't know. But when he said that performance-wise, I think Montez is gonna be great. But do you know when I think you're really gonna see the greatness? Montez Ford and Bianca Belair as a power couple as heels is when I think you'll see how good these two really are. Mark it down.
That's not a bad idea. I like that. I never thought that's not a. I want to give you credit, right? That's a great idea, actually. But you know what that means? You know what that means? You just think about you just came up with a great idea, right? This is comedy, but it's real talk. You just came up with a great idea, didn't you? That was a great idea. I'm saying it was a great idea. So you know what that means?
They're not going to do it.
They're not going to do
it. Terrible. Terrible. I'm just trying to see if anyone else said something. Theory Cena doesn't need the title. Seth and Logan doesn't need the title. I would love to see Montez, but what happens to the Street Profits? I think Dawkins, you can give him something too. He's been working really hard, and I think he looks great in there. He's been trying to show out. You could tell. Sick. What is good? Appreciate you. Gomar in the house. Seth versus Logan will be an entertaining performance, in my opinion. I don't think you're wrong on that, Gomar. Gargano's been wasted. He's washed, I feel. Damien is a dope character, more of the muscle of Judgment Day, but his title run was cool, but the majority was during the Thunderdome. Yeah, he didn't really get to show the potential, and then I think they lost interest in him. Can't wait for Ciampa to come back. Seeing him as his NXT character on Raw would be fire. Yeah, don't ever do that Miz stuff again. Ever. Dawkins over Jannetty. Yo, Marty Jannetty was great, man. I don't know why people say this. Six said WWE doesn't need to be breaking up no tag teams right now. That is true.
Yo, dream scenario. I think Montez wins the title and then they stay together. Let them stay together.
Facts. Nelson, what's good, bro? Appreciate you being in here. SCW, the wrestling channel. What up, guys? Thank you.
What up?
So King Booker and Charmel 2.0. I think they'll be better than that. Sick. I think if you push them right and let them really have the ball, I could see Triple H Stephanie in there.
Watch your mouth, brother Conrad. Watch your mouth. King Booker and Charmel. Fire, bro. Fire. They were awesome. King Booker. They were amazing. Don't you dare downgrade them, bro. Never.
Moving on to the women's chamber.
Kidding me? You don't ignore me when I speak, man. That's not right.
I'm just trying to keep us on track.
All right, let's go.
Take it.
Oh, man. I'm not even going to waste my breath on this. I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I love everybody in the chat. Nothing but love. But this is not even worth my time. At this point, either Liv or Asuka win and nothing else makes sense. I'll go with Asuka just because. Literally nothing else makes sense. Gonzalez, mid. Nikki Cross, mid. Carmella doesn't deserve to be there. Natalya, nothing but nostalgia. Nostalgia. That's all that is. Liv Morgan or Asuka are the only two who even deserve to be in the match, and I'll just pick Asuka by default. Done.
Yeah, I'm also going to pick Asuka. The first one we agreed on, I think, tonight. I'm picking Asuka too. Listen, Natty's there for the pop. They're going to be in Canada. Natty trains a lot of people too. Her and her husband, TJ Wilson, Tyson Kidd,
Yeah.
and they're great. Liv Morgan, I think that you could try to give her something that she can show off with, or you can give it to Raquel. Nikki Cross should be in there, and you should just establish that she is out of her mind, and that's what the character is going to be. And Carmella is Carmella, so she's just going to be there and do her thing.
Question.
Like, I'm not saying you can't showcase them, but we know Asuka's the one. Asuka's the one out of them.
Question for the chat, and I want everybody either to, I'm gonna make it a really easy yes or no question. Yes or no? Raquel Gonzalez smiling and kissing babies and dancing around and waving. Is she not super corny, or is it just me? Yes or no?
Yo, I was talking to a buddy today, and he definitely showed me. He was like, "Did I show you this?" And he showed me when they were in town. WWE was in town. I think I was sick at the time. This is why I remember this. His son got a message from her. He saw her at the gym. He was at the gym. The wrestlers came in. He was like, "Oh, you're Raquel, right? You're my son's favorite." And then she sent a message. She was smiling in it, and I was just like, "Oh, dude." I feel like she just doesn't get away from it. Whoever told her to start smiling, they made sure.
I mean, and it's not just that she smiles, bro. Like, she smiles ear to ear like a Cheshire cat. Like, she's always happy. She gets punched in the face and she smiles like a freaking moron. She is super. Thank you, SCW. Thank you. Thank you, Matthew. She is all the way corny. Like, she used to be a monster in NXT. She sucks now, bro. She is happy all the Conrad, look at me. Look directly at me, Conrad. She's happy all the time. All the time she's happy, Conrad. She's never woken up on the side of the
Frankie
bed.
Beverly and Mays, baby. Happy.
Oh my God. She's never woken up on the side of the bed, wrong side of the bed. She's never had a bad cup of coffee. She's never run out of gas. She's happy all the time. It makes me want to throw up every time I look at her. Jeez, man, it's crazy. Super corny.
Listen, Sick wants Asuka to win. Gomar's taking Liv. That's a risk. It's either Liv or Asuka. Anyone else is a waste for Bianca. SCW's going with Asuka. This new Asuka is only legitimate threat to Bianca's title reign. Concur. Asuka. Kana better win the chamber. Bliss retases Natalya somehow and wins. Don't ever bring that up again as an idea, because I would hate that. I will boo that so badly. I can see Liv starting the match and finishing runner-up just like the Rumble. Kana will win, but Raquel will be the breakout star in the match. Okay, Raquel Rodriguez, yes. I get confused between Rodriguez and Gonzalez. They should have just left the names alone. They really messed up a bunch. Super corny. Need Big Mama Cool back from NXT.
Keep going. This is great. Yes. Keep going. No, I don't want to skim over it. McKinney and Sick. I want them to CPC with the
corny. Give me NXT Big Bobby too. Like that Rhea Ripley. Yeah. I don't like makeup Raquel Gonzalez. She was better with her tied up and slamming folks through the mat.
Here we go. She's
Rob is a fool.
It's funny because it's true, Rob. Big shout out to Rob. She's so freaking corny. If you robbed her house right now, she'd give you a bag to take the stuff out in and say, "Here you go. I hope you enjoy my things." Like, what do you take the graphic off the freaking screen? No, take it down. Raquel Gonzalez, wherever you are and however you may be listening, because I believe I step out on faith. Raquel Gonzalez is going to see this show. Stop smiling. Stop smiling. We don't like you when you smile. Stop smiling. Okay, I'm done.
Elimination Chamber main event. Roman Reigns defends the championships against Sami Zayn, the hometown hero. We all know how this is going to end, don't we?
We all know who's going to win. I just hope it's entertaining. We all know who's going to win. It's yet another championship match where we know who's gonna win. There's no drama. There's nothing to even be concerned with as far as who's gonna win. Roman Reigns is gonna win. The only thing we're talking about right now, and I'm gonna throw it to you, Conrad, is how is he gonna win?
That is where it gets interesting. I feel like you could do multiple things with this. You could take a chance. You could mess around with the formula a little bit. I think you got to try to go for some close pinfalls, but I think you got to have Jey Uso be the one that cheated Sami Zayn out of this to get that heat for the tag match. This has to be the moment he took from him where it was like, dude, I could have been the guy to dethrone Roman and you took it from me. Why did you do this?
Yeah, and it's going to ruin my hopes of Jey becoming main event Jey Uso.
Dude, I thought of you when I watched SmackDown. He was like, I acknowledge you, Uso. And I was like, yo, that's foul. Like, that's foul. And I like that Paul Heyman referenced that Roman was watching the show live.
But I blame you. I blame you, Conrad. I blame you. Because as I'm watching that same moment you are, okay, I'm thinking to myself, crap, Conrad was right. You're 100% right, and I've come to that realization as we stand 6 days away from the pay-per-view. I've come to that realization. Jay's definitely turning on Sami, and it makes me sick because I'm not going to go down this road again because we'll be running way over time. I'm not going to go down this road again, but we're this close to getting back main event Jey Uso, and they're going to ruin it. They're going to take him away from me before they ever give him back. I'm pissed, but yes. Sami Zayn's definitely getting turned on. So that's the prediction, Conrad? You're saying that he's going to get turned on by getting screwed over by Jey?
Oh. Yeah. All right. I think he's got permission. They'll be in Canada, the Usos, and then you'll see the bloodline standing over him, and he'll keep trying to fight him, won't get anywhere. And Roman's like, listen, I got other things to worry about with Cody. Y'all handle this. And then that's when it's going to turn into Kevin needs to help him.
Yeah.
Shahi Art says, I think somebody's going to get injured before the Chamber. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our links in the chat. We got some good stuff going on in there as well. Subscribe to both of our audio platforms if you like what we're saying here.
Keep scrolling at your normal pace, but my boy McKinney just came up with something nice. Everybody deserves to have their comments read, but I'm looking at my boy McKinney. I've
been jumping around. We're getting a lot, and it's eating into
my boy McKinney with some fire prediction. I like that.
Let me see here. First time a woman's been told to stop smiling. That's history.
Stop smiling, you freaking goofball.
Can the Usos get into Canada? I think with special permission they can. 6 says Roman wins this. None debatable, but how he wins should matter. I want some close call pins, some low blows, constant kickouts. Should have been over big spots. Yeah, I think we'll get that from it. Sammy's very meticulous in his layout if he gets his way, at least.
Yeah.
Shahi says Bianca Belair got to retain her title at WrestleMania. However, she shall lose her championship at Money in the Bank.
So not Rhea. So Asuka, if she wins, is unsuccessful. Interesting concept. Okay.
Oh, okay. Nelson, I thought they were supposed to do some. No, they scrapped that and they put on the what was the segment got changed? Remember, we thought Rock would show up for that, and then it got switched to the tribal court thing. McKinney, Sami wins by countout because Jey super kicks Roman out the ring by accident. Bold prediction.
I like that. I like that a lot. That scenario, Conrad. Big shout out to McKinney. That scenario right there, bro, gives me a chance to hold on to main event Jey Uso because Roman would be pissed if that happened.
Yeah, and I definitely like that idea too because it's out of the box, and there's only one other person who technically has a dub over Roman that never got their match. That could have been that should be Rollins' main gripe why he's not in the main event. I technically never got a rematch and I beat Roman. Sami could have the same thing because what I told everybody is this: Cody's going to get his moment at Mania. The key is, what does Sami do with his moment after Mania? Is he still going to be as hot? Let me see here. Will KO be there to help Sami? I don't know. You kind of want to build up some sympathy.
Yeah.
Already like to subscribe. Fight is retweeting your show. Thank you, Fight TV. Positively E, how did y'all like the roster reveal? It's WWE 2K. You know what you're getting with that. I'm more interested to see what the DLC will be. It's the same as last year, right? I mean, I don't know if you heard anything. Nothing big. McKinney, that's a good idea. You know what that means? They're not gonna do it. Is that a thing now in the chat? You know what
that should be chat. Yes or no? Big shout out to McKinney. Chat, and I really need you guys on this one. Yes or no? If it's a good idea, that means they're not gonna do it. Should that be a T-shirt? Let me know right now. Because I like that. If that's a good idea, you know what that means.
Jay has really shined through this whole thing. He's done an amazing job on promos. Yeah, okay. Does Sami Zayn come out to his old music? Imagine that pop. I will give $1 to WWE to donate to get the rights to this music. Their music is terrible. He's got to come out. Either if it's not the old one, something new, please.
Right.
I don't want that trash music that they gave him after. I don't know why they did that. Maybe they had to. They added Game Boy and Game Boy Advance to the expansion pack subscription on Switch. Ooh, interesting. Okay. The Usos will lose their championships to KO and Sammy. Yes. T-shirt, hoodie, scarf, jumper, and headband. Somebody put SCW. I love it. SCW's been in the community for probably the same amount of time as me.
Big
shout out to him and his channel.
That's a wrap, yo. If it's a good good idea, you know what that means. Me and Matt Lopez better see that turnbuckle brainbuster. That's what we want to see out of this. It's gonna be a fun card, man, this weekend. So make sure you guys check it out. Fun card. Now you're crossing over into it being a fun card.
Well, see, the main event gets you hyped, and then you start talking like that. You see it just spews out.
You can't be a prisoner of the moment. That's what I said. What I say about our Royal Rumble review, I said the Royal Rumble as a whole was just okay. The main event was good.
Sean, they have potential. You can't screw up these 4 matches. Like I said, you have one where you have many potential winners. You just have to do it right. The world title thing should be hot no matter what at the end. The women's is the women's. Give us Asuka. That's what we want at the end of the day. Asuka, right? And you could build. You're just building towards Mania.
Right.
Speaking of building towards things, we're gonna cross over into the world of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh baby!
Now we're doing a giveaway at the end. Stick around if you guys are looking for a giveaway for NJPW Battle in the Valley. We got a fight giveaway for this. You got to stick around till the end. We're going to talk. There's lots of matches. We're going to try to get through these as quickly as possible. Jay White is on your screen, Sean. I don't know if you saw the news, but Jay White has went down. He lost to Hikuleo in a loser leaves Japan match.
Amazing.
In New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I don't
know. The L, bro.
I'm at a loss, man. I don't even know what's going on right now, bro.
Dude, how did he lose? So Hikuleo.
I don't know.
You don't mess around with Haku's kids. I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys that. The Tongan death grip is real. I used to master it back in the day. You can ask Derek.
Are you giving the Tongan death grip or are you hitting the low? Which one are you doing?
That was the Tongan death grip, baby. If Derek knows, if you used to hear the Ming music, if you hear it was coming. I was grabbing you. You were no matter what you did, I'm just shaking that's when I had hair. I can shake my head and you just go down, just fall to the ground. You're done.
Right.
He gets the win over Jay White. He chokeslammed him, and it was poetry at the end. He threw up the too sweet, like, come on, too sweet me, brother. He too sweeted him and slammed him down like he was nothing and picks up the win. Jay White is gone. Bullet Club technically has no leader.
Right.
Like, what are they going to do? This is the last image of him walking out in Osaka at New Beginning. This is crazy. Rumors are going wild. Is he going to WWE? Some say it's a done deal already. Some people are saying that he's going to be showing up in AEW. He's been there before. I don't know what happens with Jay White.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's a wild situation. I mean, I can't speak for you, bro. I was blown away when I heard this news. Completely shocked.
For the record's sake, I was talking about at Mania, not in the Roman match. that would be wild. He ain't doing that. Hair 20 years ago, Nelson cut it out. Don't make me start pulling up pictures. Sean saw him off air. He knows. Bruh man had hair. You better cut it out. Probably more hair than most people. I could wish I get an Xbox or PS5. They're out there. We'll hook you up. We'll get them soon. Let me see here. Jay White, Matt Lopez says Jay White can see being the future of New Japan USA. Do you think they want to expand it that big, Sean?
I think they should if they want to be considered one of the best, and I think they have the potential to do it.
Maybe.
Give me New Japan at 9:00 on a Wednesday night, or 9:00 on a Tuesday night, or 9:00 on a Friday night, man.
I'll be right there,
man.
Right there. Derek said it was game over when you heard that sound. He knows, baby. If that Talking Death Grip got locked in, you were done. Loser leaves Japan. Does Jay White become the face of New Japan? Yeah, see, everybody's wondering. Where is Jay White going to land? Some people are saying he's in the E, man. That would be, listen, I know y'all think me and Sean hate the E. I will be happy. This is the same thing as Cody. You need these people. You need to do something to that roster. You just can't sit there looking at it.
That sounds like a good idea.
I should have named this episode That Sounds Like a Good Idea. Let's not do it.
Sounds like a good idea. ... You know what that means.
They're branching out in America. Rob says it's Chase Owens' time to shine. Knock it off. I know one place he's not going. Impact. Come on now.
Wow. Oh my God.
The Revenge, Tongan Death Grip, and WCW NWO Revenge. Yes. Don't make CJ pull out that haircut on y'all. Yeah, had hair. Big difference in actually having hair. You know what? I'm about to start doing beard checks in the chat real quick. I could get all of them on the. You see when they got it at the barbershop? Pick 1 through 50. I could do all those beard designs. If I see any patches, you better not be talking about my bald head. All right. Turned into homie. The homie don't play that. Oh, I'll be a good sport. Yo, and Doug was right on point with you. I should have seen it. Yeah, you know what that means. This might have to be a shirt. I think Jay White might be showing up on Impact. That could happen. It could. We could do without Cody. Enough, Derek.
Enough, Derek. Come on, man. Stop.
Derek wears his hating badge proudly. He was mad when Cody came out last year at Mania. Like, I recorded him, and all you could hear was him in the background. It was bad.
Cody's annoying.
Let's talk about this.
I don't dislike him like that. I just think he should have stayed in AEW.
Battle in the Valley. This looks like a tremendous card. Now, there's a rumored matchup here that could be happening. Lio Rush versus Hiromu. Now, I think this could be a lot of fun if they do this. Lio Rush cut a great promo. He had a nice video package on saying that he beat his tag team partner, and he was like, "Yeah, if you see this, just know I'm up next." Does Lio Rush win the title? I think it'll be nice change of pace to have a different champion. Hiromu's been the champ I don't know how many times. He's basically the ace of this division.
You're taking the words out of my mouth, bro. I think Rush wins, honestly, and I think that's the best move. I think he wins.
And that's if it's on there.
Yeah.
Where's Cody gonna run when the sling blade outshines him like Punk did it, or the switchblade that was supposed to be switchblade? Chill. He's on this card too. We're gonna be talking about him momentarily. And we're in full agreement with that. Listen, Hiromu's gonna get the belt back even if Lio Rush wins it, but in the short term, not a bad thing. Now we've got ourselves a matchup here. Mascara Dorada. You may remember him as Grand Metalik. Josh Alexander, the Impact Wrestling World Champion. Adrian Quest and Rocky Romero are going to be taking on Kushida. Someone who I'm very impressed by, this young man here in the bottom right corner, is Kevin Knight. Watch Impact Wrestling. They've been putting on some bangers with some of the tag teams over there, especially Chris Bay and Ace Austin of the Bullet Club. Kevin Knight's got something. He's just recently graduated from the New Japan Dojo. He's really good. We have Volador Jr. and DKC. Who are you feeling for this one, Sean?
I'm feeling any team that's not associated with Kushida. So Josh Alexander, this team is going to win.
If y'all have never seen the Bubble Jacket story, you're going to have to go to Sean's channel, subscribe, number one, and find the Bubble Jacket and watch Sean. I don't get it. Sean, a nice bubble jacket's nice to me.
You're a grown man wearing a bubble vest, you loser. You make me sick. You
You leave that man alone.
That guy, man. Golly.
East Coast got no love for Cody Rhodes. TK could have had Roosh versus Roosh. Oh my goodness. Next up, the current New Japan Strong Tag Team Champions, the Motor City Machine Guns. Real quick for the one time, for those who know, Motor City. I have no idea why they do this in Michigan. I don't know. If somebody knows the backstory, tell me. They're taking on a tag team of WCWC for the Strong titles. I don't think you take the belts off the Machine Guns here. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see them doing it.
Motor City Machine Gun wins. I don't even think it's a question.
Yeah, they're walking around with a lot of tag gold these days, so let them rock out. I think they're doing a great job.
An amazing job. North of 40, doing an amazing job.
Alex Coughlin, amazing pro wrestler versus Junior Kratos or JR Kratos, excuse me. And in this matchup, I don't know if you saw NWA this past weekend. By the way, we did a little preview for Nuff Said. Kratos' head was busted open horribly.
It was bad.
Pool of blood. I was at my mom's house watching it with a bunch of people. We were like, yo, what happened to him, dog? I left the room. I came back, and all I saw was a pool of blood just leaking from a bald head. Bald heads bleed easy, too. Yeah, respect that, chat. Trust me. Happens. But in this one, this is a tough one to call. This is gonna be a Hoss match a little bit here. You know what? For whatever reason it may be, I'm gonna take Alex Coughlin.
I'm gonna agree with you. That's my prediction as well. I think he gets the victory on a high profile stage. I think he comes out victorious.
Hold on here. Hold on. We got Motor City Love. You know you had the bubble jacket with the Timbs before.
I'm not gonna lie. I've worn a bubble jacket in my day. I just think that he looks like a freaking goofball. He's wearing a bubble jacket with a knitted hat halfway on. He's wearing a jean. Okay, well, ask you this. Yes, I wore a bubble vest back in the day, but I didn't wear a bubble vest with a jean shirt and a stupid looking hat and ski mask. Like, he looks like a freaking moron.
Let me see here. Doug says the lower portion of Michigan looks like a mitten. People from Michigan show you where they're from by putting up a mitten and pointing at it. Wow, I just learned something. I've asked this like so many times, Doug. You don't even want to know. Like anytime I've been doing podcasting, I always ask that. Motor City Machine Guns is from Detroit. That's why they point at Detroit. Wow. Love it. Love it. Back to the Future references. Yeah, we know. Sean just hates it. He's like, nah.
Correct. And for there to be no misconception, I love Back to the Future. I just can't stand Kushida. If you want to be Michael J. Fox, you need to. I'm not going to go there. Just Michael J. Fox was able to rock it correctly, not you freaking moron. I think that's what I'm going to call Kushida from now on. You freaking moron. Every time I see him.
Alex P. Keaton wasn't bad either, guys. Moving forward, we got Fred.
Wait, stop! Help educate me. Michael J. Fox was
no? Alex P. Keaton on a television show.
Are you talking about Family Ties? Holy crap! Let's move on. Oh my god,
Fred Rosser, formerly known as
Darren Young. This show's going off the rails. Good God.
Fred Rosser, formerly known as Darren Young from the Primetime Players, making moves, is the world champion in New Japan Strong, and he's a darn good wrestler. And he's facing off with the man who some have dubbed Caps Lock, Kenta. Does Kenta become the new world champion here to you, Sean?
Big up to
Is it time?
Yeah, big up to Rosser for his ascension into superstardom, maybe, or at least stardom, but nah.
I think respect. Like, he finally is getting respect that he deserves for his abilities.
This show is really going off the rails. I'm dropping my microphone. All right, but yes, Kenta is going to be victorious, I predict.
Yes. I laugh because someone put something in the chat. I'll yell at them in a second. Derek, why did you write that? It's a Saturday Night Live joke. I'll explain it in a second. You know what? I think you give Fred Rosser the win here. I'm going to go different. I think we're going to go with Fred to get the W, to keep him as a strong champion, New Japan Strong, no pun intended. Mm-hmm. I always thought out of the primetime players, he was the one. Like, you always do this. Don't front. Who's the better wrestler in the tag team? And I'm like, give me Darren Young. Give me Fred Rosser. He's the guy. So, and that's no disrespect to Titus. I just didn't see it with Titus. He had great charisma, but I didn't think he had enough of the wrestling skill. They were a good tag team together. I saw why they put them together too.
And Titus is so light on his feet. He's so light on his feet and graceful considering that Royal Rumble entrance.
All Triple H did was put a Western beef logo on Kushida's butt. Yeah, when they tried to change up the gear and stuff a little bit. Rob yelling caps lock. So Derek wrote 1.21. He wrote gigawatts, but there's a Saturday Night Live where they're doing a scared straight segment, and someone said when someone's coming after you, and they said something different. It's scared straight prison. I'll let you use your imaginations. They didn't say gigawatts. They said something else that began with a J. Very inappropriate, and everybody broke. Like, you could just see the whole scene break down. And he was like, "You can't say that to kids. You can't say that." I could see Sean showing up to challenge Rosser.
I would if I had a ticket to San Jose. I would be right out there to take the title from him.
I haven't been West Coast. I'd like to go to a show out there. Sean needs to make a statement. Challenge Okada. That's that. I don't know about that one. I need Fred Rosser shampoo the dome. Looks like he got a little wax on it too. Still can't get over my guy getting rid of the Steve Harvey. Somebody said, if Rosser uses shampoo on the dome, I know that means Conrad will like him more than me.
Wow, facts.
Fred doing better than he was with Bob Backlund in the Fed. Yeah, that was garbage. I forgot about Bob Backlund. Yeah, we can't even bring that up. The primetime players, millions of dollars. Titus had 2 left feet. Yeah. Yeah, he'll never live down that Royal Rumble going under the bottom rope.
Never.
AEW's Eddie Kingston is in the house. He's going to be battling Jay White because they're in San Jose, not Japan. Jay White's going to appear here. I think you got to keep the bad luck going. If he's on his way out, give this to Eddie Kingston, right?
I have to preface this by saying I like Eddie Kingston, but I am so sad about this. I mean, yeah, Eddie Kingston has to, from storyline purposes, he has to win because Jay White is on a losing streak. It's a shame though. It's like I don't know what's going on. It better lead to something big.
No, I think he's just out. I think he's just doing the thank yous.
Yeah.
On his way. What else is there for him to do? He's been the world champ. Where else is he going to go?
I just love him in the ring. I just hope that he continues. And not in WWE. That would be a good idea, but we know what that means.
I'm just curious. I have fears, man. You know how it goes with WWE. You don't want to see any of that.
You don't want to
hear your accent.
To be WWE'd.
Have you ever heard of Skinner? Oh no. You know what I mean? They would do something like that to him. Can you come out the water with the knife in your mouth? You're the switchblade, right? Oh no, not what I want to do. Matt Lopez is throwing it to the Mad King. He says he's got it. Do you think White will just be more involved in New Japan of America shows or still be contracted with New Japan? It was a loser leaves Japan match. I don't know. See, to me, it depends on how serious are you about this New Japan America stuff, because we also heard that they might be doing stuff with Ring of Honor too. I don't know.
I think we're overthinking it. I think Jay White ends up in AEW, honestly. I think that's where it's going to be. I think that's the natural ties and connection. I think we're overthinking it. I think he's just moved on. He wants to be closer to home, his home.
I'm not even repeating that, E. And I don't even want to repeat that tag name that they actually gave a tag team in NXT. Inappropriate and terrible. Moving on. Jay White goes to WWE and gets booked as Triple H's long-lost son. No. Okada says he's leaving Japan, not New Japan. I think he stays with New Japan America and works with AEW and ROH. Jay White goes to WWE. He'll be the newest member of the Brawling Brutes. Y'all better get serious. I hope he goes to AEW. He's from New Zealand. Yeah, I know. Isn't that where Skinner was supposed to be from?
That is correct.
Or am I wrong? Or was he supposed to be from the swamps in Florida? It doesn't matter. I just hope they don't give him a stupid gimmick and they're like, that's what you're going to do from now on. Get this over.
You are Glacier 2.0.
Dunzo. Homicide's on this. This is a filthy rules fight. He's going to be going up against Tom Lawler. Tom Lawler is the New Japan guy. Homicide's kind of the journeyman of the two. I'm taking Tom Lawler, former MMA guy, to win this.
I think
his
so.
rules too.
I'm a big fan of Homicide, of the wrestler Homicide, but unfortunately, I don't think he wins this match.
Yeah, I just don't see it. We also have ourselves an NJPW World Television Championship match.
I think
Zack Sabre.
Oh man, outside of Will Ospreay, I think Zack Sabre is one of the best wrestlers in the world, and I am totally thrilled to watch this guy wrestle. He wins, he retains, as he should.
Okay. Yeah, he just won the title. I think Clark Connors is going to put on a show though. He filled in for somebody for what was it, for the All Atlantic? I almost said All American. The All Atlantic Championship match at AEW when they were crowning the champ, right? Clark Connors did really good in that. Like, I think Clark Connors, Alex Coughlin, those guys are who you need to be trying to build up now. I think New Japan's kind of on this wave of like who's next versus the present.
Facts.
And you can kind of feel it. And this is being booked as a double main event now. At first, we all thought we knew what the main event was. We've been promoting it on here for weeks. But it looks like someone has jumped them over a little bit. But now it's being promoted as a double main event. I think the fan backlash down. This is the match that sold out the arena, though. It is going to be for the IWGP Women's Championship. It is going to be Kyrie versus Mercedes Moné.
You love saying it like that.
I do. I used the song actually in the TikTok story today to promote this.
I noticed.
My intern was definitely digging it. He heard it and he was like, "Oh, what's that?" And then he came over, he heard the little crisscross. He was like, and I was like, "It's money." He just started laughing after he liked it.
I was like, "What is going on?" Like, crisscross is in the building.
Yes, man. Yo, lots of praise in the chat for CSJ.
No.
Shout out to Joel too for his knowledge of Skinner. Skinner was from the Everglades, and somebody's talking about Waylon Mercy. Show don't look half bad. I'm telling you, you guys need to jump on it.
Yeah.
What do you thinking for that matchup though, Sean? What's the wave, man? What's the move here with this?
I think Kyrie deserves to win, but I think Mercedes also can get away with coming into a promotion and immediately winning the title. This is not Hogan and Flair 94. It's not. I don't think Mercedes has that kind of mentality, a selfish mentality. So I think she can be on the humble. I'm talking about real life stuff here, guys. Be on the humble, coming into a wrestling promotion brand new and taking a title off somebody and not being happy about it per se. Like, thank you for the opportunity, but are you sure? I don't want Kyrie to feel slighted. I don't want anybody else to feel slighted. But I think the powers that be over there say, yo, Mercedes, you need to win this match. And I think she does. I think she becomes a champion. I think she stays a champion for a long time. Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those times where a debut leads to a championship.
Okay. You know what? I want to say no, but I can't say that because I don't know what her next move is. If it doesn't happen here, what's next then? Right. I think we go with Mercedes Moné. You're going to add some prestige to that championship belt, and I think you're going to build up to whoever's the next person to defeat her for it. Yes. So I'm rocking with you on that one. We got people. Jay White goes to Raw and links up with the new U.S. champ Bronson Reed to form a new faction. Interesting. This will be a great women's championship match. Mercedes wins, and Mickie James comes out to challenge Moné at the Impact New Japan show. They are having a multiverse show, though, where they're going to be facing off with each other.
Nice. That's a good idea.
Impact will definitely appreciate it. Danielson would – no, that's not a slight. I'm saying that Impact's promoting the show, and that will be a great get for them to have a good match.
I was like, what? Okay, all right.
Listen, I pay for Impact. Ain't nobody going to be talking bad about Impact to me. Dollar on YouTube. Check it out. Danielson will wipe the floor with ZSJ. Kyrie could always win it back down the line. Absolutely. Mercedes wins, just good for business. Nelson just phrased that better, LOL. Kyrie wins. Kyrie with the win. Mercedes is the draw. Japan is just on her bucket list. She'll be back in America soon. Okay. Interesting. And we're getting to the last match now. This was recently announced. If you watched New Beginning, you saw the ending of the show. Well, first, Okada definitely defeated Shingo. So here is the world title match. For the first time in America, I'm about to break down some history real quick for people. Kazuchika Okada versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for that ugly IWGP Cody Rhodes tattoo looking championship. But there's a lot of history in New Japan, and this matchup means a lot. And some of you may be like, what's he talking about? What do you mean by that? This match, number one, has never happened in America, but this is the match that actually saved New Japan Pro Wrestling in many fans' eyes. This was the match that took them out of that Inokiism era and brought it to, yo, this is a really good match. This is some good wrestling, and this is what we got. If you go back and watch the classic Wrestle Kingdoms, you will see Tanahashi is known as the ace because he took them out of this situation. Okada is also great. Two of their greats, and listen, I'm going to be honest too. Tanahashi's getting up there.
Yes.
Definitely getting up there. What do you think of this matchup, though, Sean?
I don't mean to disrespect Tanahashi, and I'm not going to, but when you say no-brainer, that kind of comes across as disrespect, even though I mean it in the most respectful way. Okada has to win this match. I don't think you go into this show and have Okada lose the title on this show, on this biggest stage. Tanahashi's a Hall of Fame talent as well, but Okada is the face of New Japan. I don't think we see two new world champions crowned. I think Mercedes Moné wins the title away from Kyrie, but I think Okada retains. I just don't see it going any other way.
Yeah. Somebody said Rumble Rose's looking title. I love Tanahashi and Okada. Both are on Cena. They're the Cena and Rocks of New Japan. That is true. Yep. Absolute icons. Yes, he's 45, 46 years old in that range. Yes. Inokiism, aka Raw Undergroundism. Facts. And I was watching back then too, like with Muda and Tajiri and all them, like crazy times. This is the Peter versus the Chicken Fight Forever. Yeah, they're great. Sick, I hear Rumble of Roses plays pretty well. Okada retains the IWGP World Divas Butterfly looking title. I wish they would just go back to the version 4 of it. Okada for me as well. I think Okada has to win this. Bigger fish to fry in the future, though.
Yes.
Like we said, I still think that Will Ospreay's around the corner watching things. I still think that feud's happening. New Japan really does long-term feuds as well. You just have to continue watching.
Yep.
Continue watching what's going to happen. That's the money matchup, I think, for them, is Will Ospreay taking over and being the one to dethrone him is my prediction for everything.
Agreed.
But as we have said, though, we're doing a giveaway for this show. And tell us in the chat, what match are you most excited for that we've ran through on Battle in the Valley? And you might end up getting picked here by the end.
Let's go. And subscribe to both channels.
Yes. While we're here, Sean, get some promotion on, man. Let the chat talk for a second.
Yeah, no doubt. Again, man, I'm just really excited about the future. You know what I'm saying? Clash of the Podcast, you guys have really helped to take off. We're reaching brand new heights, man. The success of this show is what's led to the merchandise, which I'm really excited about. Once again, February 27th. I'm going to drop the link right here. It's going to be an exclusive for the Clash of the Podcast. We're going to drop the link to the merch on this show in 2 weeks from tonight. So I'm really excited about that. Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Oh my God. We got world-renowned boxing Hall of Famer Iceman Scully going to be a guest on my show as we do a retro review next week of Bo Holyfield, the trilogy. That is epic. I'm talking about this guy's a former world champion, a Hall of Famer, and he's going to be my guest on the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly podcast as we do a trilogy review of Bo versus Holyfield, that epic 3-fight series that took place in the 90s. It's an amazing combination of talents and collaboration with Iceman Scully, the legendary Iceman Scully. So happy to have him on my show. But again, man, Conrad, appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? This has been a really big success. 24 shows, man, we've done together. I mean, I remember when this was just in its embryonic stage, trying to figure out what we were going to do together, and it's just been an outstanding turnout, man. And everybody in here, the chat gets bigger and bigger every single week. I appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. And I gotta give credit to everybody out there who's making this show what it is. Conrad, I got you. Give me a second. So yeah, make sure you continue supporting both channels. I want everybody to immediately leave this show right after we leave tonight. Go subscribe to Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. Go make sure you get ready for the merch drop on the 27th. And yeah, man, appreciate all of you guys, man, for real.
Yeah, for sure. Lots of stuff going on for the world of wrestling. Got some great events coming up for it. For sure. That those were the two I were thinking between. Let's see here. I love it here. Always have a blast. For sure. So before we get on out of here, do we fry Bobby Fish? I'll fry Bobby Fish easily. I don't care what he says. But listen, we picked a winner. I'm gonna let Sean announce it, and then you can get in contact with me at EPW Show. You guys see all the stuff going this way, right there. I'll send you a message via Twitter, or you can contact me, or I don't know. Let me know how you want me to reach out. But go ahead, Sean. You can announce who wins.
Conrad and I are very happy to present our second contest winner. Big shout out to the people over at Fight TV for making this possible. We're certainly excited to announce this as we come up on what is going to be an amazing sports weekend. I mean, we got Battle in the Valley, Elimination Chamber, All-Star Weekend, all this stuff in this is going to be a really, really cool sports weekend. This guy always has hot takes, always has good ideas, man. And me and him have gone at it on this show, but because I stand my ground, he stands his ground. We have a lot of respect for each other, I'd like to think. And sometimes we agree. Like today, we had a blast agreeing on some funny stuff today. And, you know, when we talk about it being a good idea, you know what that means. So big shout out to the Clash of the Podcast, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, EPW. The second time we're giving out a prize on this show, and it goes to McKinney. Congratulations, my G.
McKinney, thank you for always showing love. He said, I love it here. 100. I always have a blast on Clash of the Podcast. Get at me. You won the code, so you're going to get to watch Battle in the Valley on Fight TV. I'll give you all the directions on how to put in the code. You are the winner. So make sure you guys get at us and keep supporting, guys. If we get some contest tickets or something to win, we'll have them on here. We'll keep trying to pick some new people every time. Like I said, tell your friends, bring some more people in. That's how we get more of these things. More things will be popping. So let's keep it up. It's almost that time for Monday Night Raw, and I know you're all so excited to get to it. That's why you're in here. You can look at Sean just like that if you want. I'm gonna let Sean take us out of here, but I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for what you do, and we are going to hold it down. Sean, take us out, man.
Yeah, man, you already know what it is. Once again, make sure you subscribe to Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. If you haven't already subscribed to EPW, subscribe to my boy Conrad's channel as well. Conrad comes out every single Wednesday night with a fresh review with an R of AEW Dynamite every single Wednesday at 10:05 after that show goes off the air. Big shout out to Conrad's co-host on Wednesday nights. He goes by the name of Derek. Really solid guy. Much respect and love to the big homie Derek. Yo, once again, so check out EPW. Check out HubbardWrestlingWeekly.com. Remember that merch is dropping 2/27/23. We are currently in production of the Clash of the Podcast t-shirts as well. Make sure you pick up all the merch, man. We appreciate you guys. And more importantly than all that, man, remember to come back and get with us again 6:05 sharp next Monday night. So for my brother and co-host Conrad Cushman, I'm Sean Hubbard. Always remember two things I'm going to leave you with. Evil never prevails, and that's a good idea. So you know what that means. We'll holler at you next time. Peace.